Good morning. We are live here on Facebook, and today I want to do a little bit of something different. And this is in regards to a book that we read as a company. It's called Friction by Roger Dooley. And a few years ago, I had the opportunity to hear Roger talk to us at it was actually at a Profit First conference, and he talked to us about this book that he was just reading or just writing and and his findings. And he asked in that group, we were all accountants, CPAs, bookkeepers, and he said, "What's your greatest friction that's taking place in your business?" And all of us we rose and we all were in agreement that the biggest friction that slowed us down, because if you think about it in the sense of what friction is it is a term of physics that when something goes against another, it slows it down, and the energy is taken away out of it. And we all agreed that the biggest friction point for accountants and bookkeepers is obtaining the information from our clients, meaning that we can't reconcile a bank statement unless we have a bank statement. So we've got all the information in your books, but we can't do that last piece without getting that. So it's so interesting to see that it was universal. Well, his book uses Amazon as the beginning point or as his model for who overcame friction. And we are all aware of what Amazon is, and a lot of us have been around long enough to know when Amazon was just books. That's all you were getting off of Amazon. And now look at where it is. And Amazon had constantly analyzed where the points of friction were and eliminated it. So today's open discussion for any of you who want to chime in is trying to analyze where the points of friction in your businesses may be and how to overcome that. And I want you to look at it in two ways. First of all, it is internally. Where are the pieces that slow down the processes? This is sometimes it can be bureaucracy, sometimes it can be that mistakes are made, sometimes it can be that forms have to be filled out, or whatever it might be, and really analyze those pieces to say, what can we do to prevent that from, or so that we can remove it, solve it, and move faster and better in our businesses. Probably the bigger point for all of us to think about as business owners is, where's the friction that your clients exist in trying to do business with you? So if it is, well, I can't talk to you until you fill out this form. Well, as a client or a customer, they might be like, I don't want to fill out that form. Can't we just get right down to business? And really start thinking about all the pieces. If you look at the pumpkin plan, and for those of you who haven't read The Pumpkin Plan by Mike Michalowicz, that is another book I strongly suggest, and the Audible version is amazing. He just re-released a new one last August, uh, and it's just fun to listen to Mike as he reads his books. And in that piece of The Pumpkin Plan, there's a whole section on systemization, and we help our clients walk through systemization. And a lot of times what happens is when you look at what you're as putting into systems into place, then friction starts to come in and you realize where the friction points are. It's a beautiful exercise to go through if you don't know where your friction is to say, all right, what systems do I have in place, and break it down into step by step. So that's our thought and our topic for today. Let me see any comments. All right. One comment is, where would you start? So I'm going to start. Good question. Thank you for that. It is, I would start with, think about a sale that needs to be made, whatever your business is. What are the friction points for a sale being made? Right now, in this day and age, we are so virtual. So I want you to think about, do they get a live person? Do they have to physically go somewhere? Nowadays, a lot of it is just done online. What does your website require before you get to a certain point? Amazon is the one that eliminated all those friction points. They don't have you re-enter in your credit card. You can do the one click thing, and get right to the last checkout so quickly. So look at your what it takes for a client to seal a deal with you, and see if you can eliminate some points that slow it down. So read that book by Roger Dooley. It's a fascinating one. Again, it really focuses on Amazon and some case studies, but it is an eye opener for you to then start thinking about your own business to make a difference. Have a great week. We'll see you next week.